Well, that didn't work at all. Alright, so it's Friday, done with midterms. The weather is absolutely gorgeous. Doesn't it make you want to just grab a camera and talk about framing? Me too. Hey, what's up guys? My name's Winiarski. I'm a photographer and filmmaker here on YouTube as well as Instagram. And if you couldn't figure it out from that intro, today's video is gonna be all about framing. I know you guys have loved the 60-second tutorials, and I've loved making them, but I mean, look at this, come on, it's so nice. I just want to vlog, you know? Alright, so quick disclaimer, this video is not going to be on composition, it's going to be on framing. While composition is more of a general term, framing typically involves using either the foreground or the background, different layers of an image to guide the viewer's eyes to what you want them to be looking at. It's normally done very intentionally and should tangibly have something in the photo that's just drawing your attention to the focus point of that image. Now you can do this a lot of ways. You can do it by shooting through things, you can shoot between things, you can line up different angles. But I think my favorite reason to do it is you can take a basic image, whether it's just kind of boring or it's something you've seen 1,000 times, and you can make it look totally different, make it totally unique, make it totally your own. Sometimes it'll turn a good shot into a great shot, sometimes it'll turn a good shot into a less good shot, but most of the time you won't know how that photo is gonna look until you've just experimented and tried it out. And before we get too carried away, I'm gonna be super honest with you all. It's currently 8 o'clock, sunset is at 8:30, and there's a certain spot, a spot I saw on Instagram, a frame if you will, but I have no idea where it is, so we've got about 30 minutes to find that. I don't know if this is the right way, but I found the photo I'm going off of, and it looked lower than where I was, so this will be an adventure. But what was I saying? Oh yeah, regardless of whether your frame actually makes your photo better or maybe even a little worse, which is unfortunate, but sometimes it happens, you normally won't know till you try, but at the very least, you're gonna get a more unique photo than most people, and sometimes being unique is better than getting the basic good photo that everyone gets, because it just helps you stand out more. Not quite sure if this is the way, but I'm going off a picture. I think I need to be lower. You know, I was kind of hoping this is the right way, but now I'm almost positive it's not, which this really sucks. I've got like 20 minutes. Okay, this is what I'm looking for. I need to follow this fence. Crap though, I think I'm too low. I don't think I can see anything from here. But there's a trail now, so that's good. But yeah, I'm looking for the hole. Okay. Okay. Awesome, thank you. I'm tired of going through the woods. I'll just go back up. Thank you. So I guess it's got a name. It's called The Hole. I don't know, some guy laying there knew where it was. So supposedly if I go up here, down some stairs, not 100% sure where, but we'll find it. These look like stairs. We've got like 15 minutes until that sun's behind the buildings, and I'm trying to find the spot that was supposed to make this whole video. Oh my gosh, the lighting is like perfect right now. If I don't get this shot, I'm gonna rage. It's gotta be around here. It might be down here. Oh, this is kind of exciting, but I'm gonna be pissed if I miss it. Is this the fence? Oh, I know we're close. I need to get higher. I need to get higher. It's gotta be higher. Dang, I've got like 10 minutes to set up and get the shot before that sun's behind the buildings. I'm gonna get poison ivy or something. Is this it? This has gotta be really close. So there's a bunch of photographers up there. There's a guy up there, I think he found it. I don't know if you can see that. But that's it, that's it. Hey, I've been looking everywhere from this hole. Is it okay if I get a few shots? Yeah. Ah, Oh my gosh. Okay, so much just happened. It has been a while. As you can see, it's like pitch black now. But I'll fill you in just a sec as soon as I get out of here. All right, so I promise I'll explain in just a second, but just for reference, I think this will come in handy later. This is where everyone else is taking the photo from. So it would have looked something like that. So as you saw, I was looking for that hole in the fence. I didn't want to give it away earlier, but that's what I was looking for. There's that hole in the fence, and you look through that, you can see the city, you can get the light trails. It's like an incredible spot, but I didn't know where it was. So as you saw, I was ravaging through the jungle, going through brush, climbing over stuff. It was like, you can see that my legs are like scratched up. And I was there for like a good while and I could not find it. And when I was down below, like I knew I was close the whole time, but when I was down below, I saw like the barrel of a lens. I saw like the hole, and some other guy had found the spot. If he wasn't there, I don't know if I would have saw the spot. I might not have ever found it. But the problem was, he was there already. And this guy was hardcore, all right? He already had the filters set up, he had the tripod, he actually had 2 cameras. So I politely asked, I was like, hey, do you mind if I take some pictures? And he was like, yeah, you know, go for it. But he seemed a little hesitant. He was nice, but I think rightfully so. He was a little hesitant because like he'd found the spot. I ended up talking to him. He said it was his first time there. So I didn't want to just kick him out. But the problem was we both had the same idea. We just wanted to sit there for about an hour, and as the light changed from sunset to blue hour, just take as many exposures as we could. Again, he was already set up. I didn't want to be rude. I knew it wouldn't work if we tried to just switch off every 5 minutes or something. It would have been a little bit of a mess. So you would have lost your composition, you would have lost your framing. And with the light going down, I'd already gotten there a little late. I didn't want to take that risk. So here's the shot I got in like the 5 minutes I took to take over the spot. And I really wasn't, it was not the shot I wanted. But with the light fading, I knew I didn't have a lot of time, so I went off kind of back down to where I had originally seen the barrel of his lens, and I found a composition of my own, which kind of made me realize the irony of this whole framing video. So earlier I was saying the goal of framing is to be unique. It's to take a shot that's maybe boring or has been done a lot of times, but make it your own, make it look different. And here I was trying to get that hole in the fence shot that's actually pretty common for Seattle Instagrammers. So the fact that someone else was there made me go out, find my own frame to shoot through, and I'm actually really happy with how it turned out. So here's the photo I ultimately got. Here's the photo on the bridge where like 15 or so other photographers were. I think my frame was much better, so hopefully that helps kind of bring home the idea. And lucky enough, as sunset was just ending, I noticed the other guy packed up his bags and left. So I didn't get to shoot the hole in the fence the whole time, but I did go over there, and I'm really happy with the shots I got. I think they're gonna look real good when I edit them. So as cheesy as it sounds, and it's obviously easy to say this after it happens, but I'm almost glad that guy stole my frame. That hole in the fence, unless someone ruins it, is gonna be there for a while. It's a little out of the way, but I can go there in theory and, you know, get the shot again if I really want. But the composition I found, or excuse me, the frame I found, with the trees coming down, it honestly like perfectly outlined the cityscape. That's gonna come and go as the seasons change, and as the seasons change and as the length of the branches changes, you know, that frame might be gone forever. And I'm honestly hyped with how it looks. So because someone stole my frame, I had to get creative. With minutes to spare, I had to find my own brand new frame. It wasn't ideal, but I made it work, and super happy with how it turned out. So again, after my little fiasco today, hopefully you can see why I think frames are so important. You can get really unique photos no one else has seen, and sometimes they look incredible. They push you to explore, shoot through things, shoot around things, just find ways to make your subject pop, draw attention to it, and it's just so much fun. One thing about being in a big city is you actually have to do this more than you would other places. I was at a location known as Cary Park last weekend, and that place is, oh my gosh, is it a hot spot for photographers. There's like an entire bridge type, it's not a bridge, there's an entire lookout, and it was full. I mean, there was probably 50 photographers and at least 50 other people just snapping photos on their phone or just looking at it. It's a huge touristy spot, and for a good reason. The view's incredible. But there was legit like not even room for me to set up my camera. So what I ended up doing is I went down the hill that everyone else is standing on the top of, and I got down like in the blades of grass, and I buried my camera in the grass. People were probably looking at me like, taking a picture of bugs. But I actually think I used the grass to frame Mount Rainier with some of the buildings, and I think it looked really cool. Again, it wasn't the shot I wanted, but using that frame, I got a shot that no one else there that day got. For better or for worse. So what are you waiting for? Quit taking, dare I say, touristy shots and start framing them. Get into it. Make them look good. Shoot through branches, shoot through poles, shoot between rocks. Find those frames and make your photo pop. Sometimes it might look as bad as my intro. I would not recommend shooting through a bag of Snyder's pretzels, but other times it's gonna look incredible and it's just gonna blow people away. And I just blew my lighting away, but now it's back. And with that, if you like the video, be sure to like it. If you have any questions, have any comments, hit up that comment section down below. And if you wanna see more content like this, consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks again for watching. My name is Josh Winiarski. Check me out on Instagram, and I'll see you all in the next one.